Hey guys, what's going on? BlueCool97 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Java Edition tutorial. Today we are in 1.16.5, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an ice farm. A list to all the parts that I'm using will be in the description and in the comments of the video, so make sure to go check that out. But now guys, let's get started. So really quick before I get into this, let me explain a little bit of things about this farm. Now this is an AFK-able farm, so if you don't care about being AFK and you just want a giant ice farm kind of thing with just basically just water freezing, this is not the design for you. However, if you'd like to just have something, you can just sit there and AFK, then keep watching. Not gonna lie, this farm is not the fastest. I don't even have it turned on right now. It runs off a timer because detecting ice growing or spawning is actually really hard. Basically what this does is when the ice spawns in, these things get pushed up, or actually just randomly it'll push it up, but it waits about like 2 minutes or so. And then these pistons push it over here into this kind of hopper collection system. The player will be standing here with their pickaxe here. You only, if you want to insta break it, you only need efficiency 3 and silk touch. You don't need any of these other fancy things on there. But then you just stand here and you just hold down right click. So then anytime the ice comes in front, you'll just mine it. Sometimes your player will collect it, but other times it just ends up in this large chest here. And I was doing experimenting earlier, so that's why there's some dirt there. But now guys, let's get started. Now for this tutorial, I'm not going to be using concrete and stuff, just because not everyone might have that. I'm just going to be using stone. So first thing you want to do is you want to place down 5 pistons facing upwards. Then here on the side of the piston, place in 2 more stone blocks just like this. Then what you want to do is you want to have blocks running all the way around the side of the piston, just like that. So it kind of forms this long-looking L kind of a thing if you look at it this way here. Next, what you want to do is you want to come out one and up one from that 2-block thing. And then you want to build a little bit of a frame going all the way around the pistons, just like this. So what you want to do is you want to, from this piston, come over one and back one, break out this block, place in a piston with your sand on top of it, just like that. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and place in your water. Also, something else I forgot to mention, you need to be doing this in a snow biome or somewhere that ice can freeze. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but now you know. Then, everywhere there is not a piston or sand, place in stone on top of it. So you should have something that looks like this. The blocks on top of the water prevent ice from spawning there. So now as you see, the ice is only going to be spawning on these pistons here. Also, instead of having pistons here on the back bit of the water, everywhere there is a piston right here, over top of the water, replace that stone with a piston. So she has something like this. Then go ahead and place stone blocks on top of all of these pistons like that. After you got all that stone in, come to the side and place in 3 more. So she'd have something that looks like this here. Then go ahead and get out some redstone dust and place that on top of all these blocks. Then what you want to do is you want to come down, and this piston here that has your sand on it, come down 2 blocks here, and then over 2 blocks just like this, and then you can break out these 2. Then come down 1 more set of blocks like this, and have hoppers run into each other just like this. Then take a comparator output from each of these hoppers here like this, run each of these comparators into a block, and then have another block come out from the side of that and chuck redstone dust on it, just like this. Then place sticky pistons on both sides of your redstone dust like that, with the redstone block there, and then get out 2 stacks of items and chuck them in the hopper. Next, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're on the side of this that has all of your pistons running along here like this. The hopper farthest to the right is where you'll want to place the observer. The observer needs to be facing outwards like this, past this redstone block. Then place a note block in front of it with another observer on top of the note block like that, with blocks running along the distance here of these pistons. Then place more blocks going along just like this, with redstone repeaters running all of those. Then take redstone dust and run it in every single one of these repeaters here. The next thing we need is a way of powering this piston here. So what you want to do is place a block underneath this piston, and this is the piston that has your sand on it. Then take a redstone repeater and place it down here and have it run into that block. Then behind this redstone repeater, place in a block coming out and to the right of that, with redstone dust running into that there, with a block on top of this redstone dust here like that, that way those 2 don't connect. Then place another block of stone with a redstone repeater, set a maximum amount of delay. Then, from this redstone line here, where this observer is, place 3 blocks of stone with redstone dust run all the way across them, just like that. Next, what you want to do is on this block here, that's kind of running around into this piston here, place in a redstone torch with another redstone torch on top of that. And that will now activate these pistons here when this thing is fired off. The next thing you want to do is from these hoppers here, place in 2 blocks like that with a redstone dust piece placed on it just like this. Go ahead, get out a lever and place it down there like that, and you can just flip it for now so this thing will quit running. That's just your on and off switch. Now if you want to, you can reroute this on and off switch to wherever you're going to be AFKing this thing, breaking the ice. The next thing that you're going to want to do is from the stone here that's in front of the water, go out 3 blocks. The next thing you're going to do is on the 2 blocks that are on the outermost part of it, place in a large chest underneath them just like that. Then go ahead and have hoppers run into this large chest, going just as long as what the pistons are. So that would be 4 blocks long from these. So a total of a 5 by 3 of hoppers, all running towards the chest there. Then go ahead and take your stone and kind of make an outline around the hoppers here. So that way the ice has nowhere to go except into the hoppers. Just like that. And if you really want to, go ahead and make these things 2 blocks tall, because sometimes it can jump up a little bit and then not fall in. So you can go ahead, make it 2 blocks tall, just like that. Then, from this large chest here, come down 1 and over 1, and place a slab on top of that block there. That way, when you're standing here, your head is like directly in line where you need to be breaking, and you can access the chest. And actually, this block here needs to not be a slab, it needs to be a regular block, and place a chest on top of that there, just like that. Then go ahead and get out a piece of glass and place it on top of that chest. That way you can still open it, because that is where your pickaxe will go. And if you really want to, bring down some blocks like this, you know, kind of create a little area for you to walk in on and stuff. You don't really need to. I will not include those blocks in this tutorial, but you can if you'd want. This is just where you need to stand. But for the most part, that is pretty much everything done. Just go ahead and put your pickaxe inside this chest now. So I've got the pickaxe here. I'm just going to throw it inside that chest, just like that, and flip the machine on. So we'll go ahead and flip this lever here. And as you can see, in just that little time of us finishing building the rest of this system here, some more ice is generated in. So after those 2 stack of items in there finish going through, then those will get shot up and pushed over. There we go. So guys, also something I gotta mention with this design is technically you do not actually need this resetting thing here. It's really not necessary. However, with other designs, if the water didn't come around like this with an L, you would technically need that there. I just can't put it on there as a just in case thing, because it'll always make sure to update the water in case there were ever some sort of bug and it were not to fire off correctly. But yeah, technically not really necessary. Also, something with this design, make sure you shut it off, or your ice is gonna get pushed through the side of the wall here. So when you're done using it, make sure to shut it off. But you can just stand here and just sit here and break it. And as you'll see, ice ended up in there. So now if we just wait for this ice to spawn in, then we will see this work. Alright, so it's a little later. We have some ice in here now. And we can just go ahead and break all that. And it gets collected instantly. That's why you don't see the drops. And as you'll see, we have 5 pieces of ice in there. Got pushed again. And there we go. And you can just sit here and hold it, because then when it comes over, it'll just like kind of break it all. But you can just sit here, hold down your left click button on your mouse, like put a book over top of it or something, or get like an auto clicker and just sit here and hold it. And anytime the ice is moved in front, you'll break it. And because this farm isn't super fast, you don't usually have to worry about your pickaxe breaking. Otherwise, you are going to need either a system that fires you pickaxes or you will need to have an XP farm hooked up to this when mending and everything on it, so that way your pickaxe does not break. But guys, that is all I have time for today. Really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. But guys, with that being said, have a great day, and don't forget to stay cool. See you guys. So guys, let me know what you think of this design in the comments of this video. I haven't ever really made an ice farm before, so this is kind of new to me. I had to learn all these new mechanics and stuff with the ice and whatnot. So please leave your suggestions to maybe improve this farm in the comments of this video, and I'll take a look and maybe do an updated tutorial. But guys, I'll catch you in the next one.